Good morning, students. In last period, we see heterotrophic nutrition in plants. We see number of plants which not make their own food, so they depends on others. So that types I will told you in last period, but explanation is remain. Three types are there: saprophytic, parasitic, and last one is symbiotic. Three types are there. One by one we can explain it now only. So first one is saprophytic. Saprophytic nutrition means it is same. Saprophytic nutrition means it depends on others, but others means which one? That only when we can add here, then we can complete the definition only. Parasitic also same. They depends on others, but others means which one? When you write here, it will be complete. Saprophytic means what? It gets the food from decaying and dead matters. Okay, don't forget. Means saprophytic nutrients, the food it gets from the decaying and dead matters, then it will be said to be saprophytic nutrition. All the plants, all the heterotrophic plants depends on others, but which food they give in saprophytic, which food they give in parasitic, that is important. So saprophytic means decaying and dead matters the plant use to food, then they called as saprophytic nutrition. Examples: mushrooms and yeast. Okay, I will give you two. Mushrooms and yeast is the example of saprophytic means mushroom and yeast. We use the decaying and dead animals for their food. Then how they can start their food and continue their digestive system? First point, it produce what? Digestive enzymes. We also use digestive enzymes. So it produces digestive enzymes which break down the insoluble decaying matter into simpler soluble form. Which one? Insoluble matter into simple form. Simple soluble form. Don't forget. He eat. Saprophytic nutrition means they eat the decaying and dead animals, but they require what one? Simple soluble form they require. As it is the nutrients goes on, no. The digestion enzymes convert this insoluble matter into soluble pattern, and this soluble form will be used for further growth and development of that plant. Then next is they absorb the nutrition. Second, absorption of nutrition. Absorption of nutrition from this. And last, this absorption, this nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition. Okay, listen carefully. Saprophytic means they eat decaying and dead matters, but as it is they use it for further growth and development, no. They can convert into simple soluble form with help of digestive enzymes, and then absorption of nutrition done, and this nutrition is called as saprophytic nutrition. So these 3 points are write down, note down in your notebook. Then next one, they gave you one experiment for doing in your home. You can do the experiment I will give you in last period also to do this experiment in your home. Could not do it, you can do it in your home. Take a bread and pack it in the tiffin bag box or anywhere for 2-3 days or 1 day. We can see bodies of other plants and animals. See here, the parasitic which depends on other plants and animals, they are called as parasitic, which depends on others plants also and animals also. Not only plants they eat it, or not only animals they eat it. They eat plants also and animals also. Then they called as host, hostia. Okay, see, host means Australia means and total parasites means where they grow, it will be important. For whom it will be important. They gave you host, the plant or animal through which the parasite derives the nourishment. Means where they place them, it will be called host. Means small insect placed on the buffalo. The host is buffalo. Don't forget. Then the Dodder is the plant lying on the host called absorb minerals. Means one plant depends on others. It derives the nutrition from the host plant by special structure called hostia. Means this one. Okay, its absorption, where how it will be done? Special structures will be there so that they can host on the others, they can live on that host and it will be called Australia. And total parasites has these plants called as a total parasite because they totally depends on the host and to live there they have special structures, it will be called Australia. So these plants are called as total parasites. Don't forget, they gave you example plants like Nestorius, it is called total parasites, and these plants can synthesize their own food as the chlorophyll is present, hence they are called parietal parasites. Last is peritoneal parasites because they contain chlorophyll. They are not like other parasites. They make their own food, so they are called parietal parasites. Don't forget it. Here we complete parasitic nutrition. Then they give you insectivorous nutrition. What next one is our insectivorous nutrition. It is not a type. Insectivorous nutrition is pitcher plant. Example is pitcher plant they gave you in the textbook. So they make their own food but they absorb. They depends on insect. Absorption is important. Insectivorous plant, pitcher plant, what they do? They make their own food but through the other animals. When they eat the other animals, they make their own food. Pitcher plant absorbs that insect and they eat it, and after that they make their own food which they eat. They eat some insect so that their food, and through their food they can grow and develop. They make their own food for further growth and development. Then next, symbiotic nutrition. Third one. It is not in that only. Last one. Last one is symbiotic nutrition. What symbiotic means? Symbiotic nutrition means two plants live together as a parts of same plants. See, two plants together. For what replenishment of nutrition in the soil. Replenishment means what? Replenishment of nutrients in the soil. What is the need of replenishment? When I start it, I told you manures and fertilizers are important for the growth of plants and other crops. But when you continuously add it in the field, what the quality of the soil will be decreases because continuously add the manures, continuously we add it. So the crop production become decrease, the plant do not grow in that soil. So replenishment of soil is very important. Don't forget this. Continuous quantity of manure fertilizers don't add in the soil. So soil become unfertile. So replenishment of soil is important. How it will be done? Manure and fertilizers are added, but in specific quantity. Not means that soil required minimum 5% and you can give it up to 20%. Means those manures and fertilizers are in more quantity, then fertility of soil will be lost. Up to which quantity it will be required? That much quantity only we can add it. Then next, plants absorb that minimum quantity of manure and fertilizer. So quantity of that manure is not present in the soil, so fertility of soil will be as it is. Then third one, nitrogen soluble to make proteins. How the manures are? Manures and fertilizers are nitrogen soluble. It will be water soluble. Then the attack on the soil will be less. It will be absorbed by the water also. It will be absorbed by the roots also. The quantity of that chemical not present in the soil and they not unfertile the soil also. Then fourth one, the bacteria are present in the soil which absorb the manure. Which are they? Ribosium bacteria. And through this bacteria, nitrogen fixation can done in the soil. You know, in 8th standard you learn the nitrogen fixation means what? Nitrogen is required for the growth and development of plant. So fertility of soil will be increases. Ribosium bacteria like nitrogen from air and convert it into soluble form. Why need solubility? Because when solubility is there, it will be mixed with the water and roots can absorb it. When it is in the solid form, it mixes with the soil and it will be decrease the fertility of soil. So we cannot grow the more quantity of crops. So soil replenishment will be done through the ribosium bacteria. And next, it will be present in the nodules, but it will be soluble. So it will be present in the nodules, if not present in the soil, roots can absorb it. So presentation in the roots means root nodules will be there. You know the diagram of roots where the root nodules are there. So soluble ribosium will be present, will be absorbed through the roots nodule, which is the part of the root and root is the part of the crop. Next, it has symbiotic relationship. You know symbiotic means what? Now only we complete. Symbiotic nutrition, symbiotic relationship will maintain because symbiotic means two plants are together and manually, mutually they will be grow. Root nodules, nitrogen fixation, then ribosium, when they are symbiotic relationship maintained, then only it will be useful for further growth is very important. Minimum 4 to 8 points are there. You can note down in your notebook. You can read that paragraph and you can note down that point wise. Up to this we finish our lesson. We can complete the exercise in your notebook. Any problem you can note down it, and when you come to the school you can solve it. So what is your homework? Complete the exercise. Okay, don't forget it. How it is? Exercise is very easy. Only fill in the blanks and true or false. Very easy. So complete it in your notebook. Don't forget, when you come here, I will check it. Separately you give the notebook for our science textbook. In that only do it. Assignment homework notebook is different. Complete it.